And this is going to be video number 6 of 6. And in this video, I'm not going to be reading from the book any longer. What I'm going to do is I found another source describing that lost city. And this is apparently, it's from an edition of the San Diego Union from 1947. And it said that explorers had unearthed near the Arizona-Nevada-California line the mummified remains of strangely costumed giants, which the discoverers dated to around 80,000 years ago. The Union reported that a Howard E. Hill of Los Angeles was recounting the work of Dr. F. Bruce Russell, a retired Cincinnati physician who had originally located the first of several tunnels near Death Valley in 1931, but had not been able to return to the area until 1947. With the help of Dr. Daniel S. Bovee, who, with Hill's father, had once helped open up New Mexico's cliff dwellings, Russell had recovered the remains of several men of 8 to 9 feet in height. These giants, said Hill, are clothed in garments consisting of a medium-length jacket and trouser extending slightly below the knees. The texture of the material is said to resemble gray-dyed sheepskins, but obviously it was taken from an animal unknown today. Hill also said, according to the Union, that in another cavern was found the ritual hall of the ancient people, together with devices and markings similar to those used by the Masonic order. In a long tunnel were well-preserved remains of animals, including elephants and tigers. So far, Hill added, no women had been found. He said the explorers believed that they had found the burial place of the tribe's hierarchy. Hieroglyphs, he added, bear resemblance to what is known from those lost continent of Atlantis. They are chiseled, he added, or carefully polished granite. Now, interestingly, I started looking into some things, and those Pyramid Mountains in Death Valley, they had some glyphs, and I'm really into glyphs. I'm always checking them out and seeing what they're up to. But what's interesting was I was struck by the similarity to some other glyphs, and if you look at this, there's a rake shape, and there's clusters of little circles that are all tied together like a grapevine, and that was from the glyphs in the Pyramid Mountains around the area of Death Valley, where those that's the site where the ancient giants were supposedly discovered. And then we have here an interesting little legend that shows, look, a little cluster that looks like grapes and a rake. This is from Arizona, from outside of Gila Bend, a Hohokam glyph area, painted rock. I find this interesting. I keep running into these similarities. What also is interesting to me is that this story of these ancient giants in California, in Death Valley, much of it was described that paralleled what happened at the Grand Canyon, supposedly, in a 1909 news clipping, where supposedly a man had found these caves and a great hall of warriors, gold and statues, seeds, a storage room of seeds and weapons, copper and gold, and we keep finding these similarities, and this is why I'm interested in the Southwest giants so much. There's such similarities. In fact, they had proposed that perhaps this hole in the Grand Canyon where the caves, the entrance to the caves, might have been like an ancient dock port to where the water used to be. And that was what these men who found this one in Death Valley believed, that in the old days, long ancient times, there was a lake there, and that this opening was at the lake. I find that interesting because also Lovelock Cave, the famous site of the red-haired giants fight, was, guess what, on the edge of Lake Lohontan. So there seems to be something about ancient waterways, cliff openings, great halls with warriors, unusual technology, cutting into stone, perfect square doorways, just all these things that just add up to a really intriguing study. So expect me to keep following this.